Let me start by saying this: I have been called a rude person in my past. Oftentimes I blurt out things I think without thinking about if it would hurt in front of me. Over the years I have gotten better at it though. This year I made it to my dream college. I come from an extremely low-income household, so I worked on scholarships, awards, and much more to get into this college. I took student loans out to afford the remaining of my tuition. Now for my freshman year roommate, I didn't really try to find out if I could choose or anything. I went for someone random. The girl I am rooming with is quite the opposite as me. She comes from a highly rich, well-to-do family. She honestly acts like a brat. I've constantly seen her lock down or hide her expensive jewellery as if she believes I will steal it. She constantly talks about how she misses her home, the amenities, and the people. For the first week or so I understood, because I was homesick as well. But then into the third and fourth week I'd walk into the room to see her crying about how tough it is having to do everything by herself. She complains about the cost of Ubers, having to cook and clean herself. By the second month I walked in to see her whine so many times that I finally told her, "Don't come to college if you weren't prepared then. Go back home. You don't need to whine about it so much when there's a very simple solution available to you." She was visibly upset and left the room. I barely ever see her in our room anymore and she sleeps elsewhere. At first I didn't care because she didn't make it a big deal. Yesterday I asked a guy in one of my classes out. He was cute and sweet. We usually talked a lot during class and I wanted to pursue the relationship. He rejected the offer politely and said one of the reasons was that one, he wasn't interested, and two, he heard I was a generally rude person to my roommate. I texted my roommate to ask why she was talking about me being rude. She said she was just talking to her friends about something that made her upset. However, I know for a fact she isn't friends with the guy in my class, as he mentioned he heard from someone neither of us knew. I'm honestly peeved and want to know if I was Taz so I could consider apologizing. Edited from Tattoo.